the one with the baby. It began like any other morning at Central Perk. Gunther was wiping down the counter, the espresso machine hissed its familiar tune, and the orange couch sat empty, awaiting its regular occupants. But today was different. Nestled among the cushions was a wicker basket, and inside that basket, wrapped in a yellow blanket embroidered with ducks, was a baby no more than 3 months old. Monica discovered it first. Her scream brought the others running. Rachel from the bathroom, Chandler and Joey from across the street, Ross from the museum on his lunch break, and Phoebe from whatever mysterious errand she'd been on that morning. The note was simple. Please take care of my baby. I can't right now. Someone will come for her. In Monica and Rachel's apartment, chaos reigned. Monica immediately cleared the kitchen table, drafting a color-coded schedule of feeding times, nap rotations, and diaper duty assignments. Her eyes gleamed with the fervor of someone who'd been preparing for this crisis her entire life. Ross circled the makeshift bassinet they'd created from a laundry basket lined with pillows. Actually, he began, adjusting his glasses, studies show that infants respond better to routine when established within the first 48 hours of a new environment. Nobody listened. Rachel stood frozen by the window, clutching her credit card like a talisman. I can't even keep a plant alive. What if I break it? Her panic only subsided when Phoebe placed the baby in her arms. The infant's tiny fingers wrapped around Rachel's pinky, and something in her expression softened. Chandler maintained a safe distance, lobbing jokes into the fray. Well, this certainly gives new meaning to special delivery. But his eyes betrayed him, darting nervously between the baby and the door, as if calculating the fastest escape route. Joey, surprisingly, took to the situation with natural ease. He cradled the baby girl like she was made of spun glass, his voice dropping to a gentle murmur as he introduced himself. Hey there, little person. I'm your Uncle Joey. How you doin'? The baby's gurgle of delight sealed their bond. Phoebe was convinced the child was an old soul. She's definitely been here before, she whispered, stroking the baby's cheek. I think she might be my great-aunt Phyllis reincarnated. The others exchanged glances but didn't argue. Phoebe's spiritual insights had proven surprisingly accurate before. The days that followed transformed the 6 friends in ways none of them expected. Joey discovered a previously untapped well of patience, spending hours making silly faces just to earn a smile. Ross abandoned his scientific approach when he found the baby responded better to his dinosaur impressions than to his theories on early childhood development. Monica's rigid schedule gradually relaxed as she learned that some moments couldn't be planned, like when the baby fell asleep on her chest during what was supposed to be tummy time. The warmth of that tiny body against hers made her forget about the unchecked boxes on her list. Rachel, who had initially viewed the baby as a fashion accessory to be dressed in miniature Ralph Lauren outfits, discovered a protective streak she never knew she possessed. She growled at a stranger who coughed too close to the stroller during their walk in the park. Chandler's walls crumbled the night the baby wouldn't stop crying and he was the only one awake. Desperate, he performed an impromptu dance and song routine that was equal parts ridiculous and heartfelt. When the baby finally drifted to sleep, he realized with a start that he'd forgotten to be afraid. Phoebe composed lullabies that made no sense but somehow worked magic. Sleepy baby, dreamy baby, don't wake up and scream, why baby, she sang, strumming her guitar softly as the infant's eyelids grew heavy. Through a week of shared parenthood, strange routines, and sleepless nights, the apartment door buzzed. A woman stood in the hallway, her eyes red-rimmed but determined. She wasn't the mother, she was Gunther, the Central Perk manager's sister. The baby was her niece. She explained through tears how her daughter had left the infant, knowing the friends would care for her until she could arrange to come from Seattle. As they handed over the baby, now named Lily after the coffee shop's decorative centerpieces, each friend felt an unexpected hollow in their chest. They had become a family within a family, united by a tiny human who couldn't even speak. That evening, they gathered on the orange couch at Central Perk, exhausted but changed. The imprint of the baby remained. In the burp cloth Joey absent-mindedly tucked into his pocket, in the lullaby Phoebe hummed under her breath, in the way Monica's eyes lingered on the empty basket, and in the protective circle they formed around each other, a little tighter than before. Sometimes family finds you in the most unexpected ways. And sometimes it's only when caring for someone else that you discover who you really are.